Today we will draw a nutcracker. In this example, you can see nutcrackers can look any way you could imagine. They can have all kinds of different kinds of costumes and colors. I'll show you some ways that I have drawn my nutcrackers, and you can draw yours your own way. I'll just show you the basics of how to set up the format of your nutcracker, and then you can be creative and draw yours however you like. You will be able to use a long, narrow piece of paper. And the easiest way to do this is to fold it in half and then fold it in half again. And then when you open it up, you'll have 4 sections. One section at the top will be for the head. This will be for the chest. This will be for the lower torso and the legs. So the easiest thing to do is to start with the mouth, because the nutcracker has a mouth that opens and closes, and that's where the actual nut can get cracked. So if you make a little rectangle right on this top fold section, very narrow, long rectangle like that, that will be the mouth, and then draw a line right down that crease. The top half will have a little arched lines or little rainbow shaped lines. And the bottom half will be the opposite, like little U-shaped lines or little smile-shaped lines. Okay, so there is our nutcracker's mouth. Now, the head can look any way you want. It could have a crown. It could have a funny hat. I've drawn one like this that had a big crown on it. Or you can have any kind of like winter hat or Santa hat, whatever you might want. What you want to do is find halfway between this fold and the top, right around here, right around halfway, make a little dot. That's where you're going to want your hat to be, up here. So this is going to be like just over the eyes, right there. So I'm going to make my line a little longer, and that will be the hat. And I think I'll do another crown because I like the way the crown one looked. So I'll do another crown, and I'll make a diagonal line this way and a diagonal line this way. And then I'll find the middle of the crown, because I want to have that part be the tallest part and right in the center. So I'm going like that. And then I'll do some zigzag lines across to the side to make my crown. Now you could add any kind of jewels or decorations to that, but I'll go back to that later. Right now we want to do the shape of the nutcracker's head. So make a curved line this way down to this line. Make a curved line this way down to that same line, down to the crease. And generally nutcrackers have kind of wild hair. So you could put any kind of hair you want on the sides. I'll do some kind of curls like this. And it's okay if they go off the paper, off the edge. Okay, there is the outline of my head. Now you can make your face look any way you want. Generally, nutcrackers have big bushy eyebrows and big funny mustaches and long furry beards. So you can do yours any way you want. It doesn't have to look like mine. I'm going to do an eyebrow this way. And I'm going to try to do another eyebrow this way, so it's almost symmetrical. And then underneath the eyebrows and between the eyebrows, I'll make a nose that goes like this. Nose comes almost all the way down to the mouth. You can make your nose any style. It could be round, could be long and narrow, could be like a triangle. Any style is fine. You do your own kind of creation. I'm going to make nice big eyes. And I'm going to try to make them somewhat symmetrical, but it's okay if they're not exactly symmetrical. And inside of that, I'm going to make a big round iris that's so big that you can't see the top and bottom of the circle. And then inside that, I'll make a pupil. And it seems like you can't make a pupil these days unless you put a little twinkle in the eye. So I'll make a little tiny white reflective spot and color in the pupil. And that way it looks like I've got a little twinkly eye. And color in that pupil. Okay, next, for your beard, you can do any style of beard. You can see I've made a big bushy beard or a funny little wavy beard. There's lots of different ways to make a beard. You can make yours any way you want. I'm going to make mine very curly. Okay, now I've got my big crazy beard and it's time to do my shoulders. So right over here, I'm going to make the top of the shoulder. And over here, I'll make the top of a shoulder with two little curved lines. And I'm going to go down underneath the beard and make a buckle for the belt. So right here along the crease line right here, I'm going to make a little straight line right in the middle. And I'll go up, up, and over for a little rectangle. And around that, I'll make a little bit of a bigger rectangle. And that will be for the belt buckle. And then I need to decide how wide I want the waist to be. And I need to remember I need to leave room for the arms. So I'm going to put the waist about this wide. And I'll draw my belt over along the crease right that way. And just like this. Now think about what you might want to put in your Nutcracker's hand. If you want your Nutcracker to be holding something, you might want to put that in next before you get a lot of details on the clothing. So if you want your Nutcracker to be holding any kind of a thing, like in one of my examples, they have all these different kinds of props, like a staff or skis or even a shield. Anything that you want your Nutcracker to be holding, you might want to put it in soon. So I'll put in a candy cane right here because I want my Nutcracker to be holding a candy cane. And mine is going to go right off the edge of the page. You don't have to draw a candy cane. If you want to draw something else, that's fine. That's what I want on mine. And then right here next to the belt, I'm going to make another line. And that's going to be the top of the mitten. And I'm going to put my mitten down this way. So my Nutcracker is holding on to that. And then right over here, I'll make another line for this mitten. This mitten is going to go like this. And then you can find the top of the mitten and maybe you'll put a cuff on the mitten. And then I'm going to take the sleeve. So right here, just inside the cuff, I'll draw my line up towards the shoulder, up towards the shoulder. And then if you want to do some kind of a fancy shoulder kind of a decoration, a lot of nutcrackers have a fancy shoulder decoration. I think what I'll do is I'm going to repeat that zigzag line that I had up here on the crown, so I have some unity. So I have some things that kind of look similar to each other to kind of connect those with style that's similar. And then I'll connect this up to the shoulder like that. And I think I'll draw this for the bottom of the face, just like that. Now let's connect the waist up towards the top of the arms like this. And then just below the waistband, we need to have the extension of the tunic kind of clothing that he's wearing. So I'm going to start here at the belt and go out just a little bit at an angle, and it kind of goes behind that mitten and then straight across. And you can add any kind of details on here that you might want, some buttons or some badges or a sash or a belt, any kind of thing that you might want. I've got some that look like a soldier's uniform. So you can make this look any way you might want. I'm going to make mine go like this. And I'm going to give him some buttons that look like this. And again, you can do yours however you might wish. Now let's go all the way down to the bottom. And this is where we're going to make the boots or the feet. And find the center of the bottom of your paper so that you can evenly space those feet. And I'm going to make one of the toes showing this way and one of the toes of the boots or shoes going this way. And then I'll go up, line up. And then I think actually I might want to make longer boots. I'll make my boots a little longer. And then there's the top of my boot. And there's the top of my boot. And then I'll put some laces on my boots. And you can make yours look different. Any kind of details you might like. Maybe you want to have ski boots or big fluffy snow boots. Any kind that you might like. Maybe they're wearing shoes. And then you can take your leg all the way up towards the waist. All the way up towards the waist. And they might get a little bit wider at the top. And I think I'm going to put some socks on this guy. So I'm going to make his socks come up like this. And I'll give him some stripes. I think he needs a little pattern on his legs. But you can make yours look any way you like. And since I did a few zigzags up here, maybe it would be fun to have some zigzags down here as well. Give that unity. So it looks like it all kind of goes together. Maybe I'll do some zigzags on the mitten cuffs as well. And from there, you can continue to add as many details as you might like to your Nutcracker. Enjoy making your Nutcracker drawing.